And there we are. Good evening, good evening, good evening. It's Friday night. You know what that means. It's time for the #1 sports podcast in the world. It's time for Sports4U. Live on YouTube. I'm John. That's Mark.
Yeah.
Nick Freeze is on assignment. Mark back in the building. After he was on his assignment. So we live here on your TV screens, your mobile devices, your laptops, your desktops. We on YouTube, X, and Facebook. You watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to Sports4U Podcast. Like us on Facebook at Sports4U Podcast. Follow us on X and Instagram at Sports4U Podcast. You can follow me at John Watson0984 on X and Instagram. You can follow Mark on Instagram at High on Mark and High on Mark1 on X. You can follow Nick on X and Instagram at 99gorilla and on Instagram at X and 99gorilla. And joining us as we are continuing our Sports4U two-a-days live from the great state of Ohio. He's going to talk some Cleveland Browns with us, talk some AFC North with us. You know him from Twitter Spaces. Our boy, family, our boy Paco SoIT is in the building. Paco, what up?
What's up, gang? What's up? It's been a minute.
Paco, what up with it? How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good. Family good. So yeah.
Good to see you, Paco. We here on this Sports4U two-a-day edition. Lots to talk about in the sports world. We're gonna obviously talk AFC North. We gonna recap what Mark missed. He missed some stuff about. Obviously, we talked about the Olympics. We talked. Obviously, we had the release of the NBA schedule that dropped the other day, and just talk some sports. But let's, our boy Paco's here. Paco, what's been going on? What's been new with you, brother? How you been, man?
Been all right, man. Dealing with a lot. Same with Mark. Like, it's just been a rough year, but I'm looking forward to sports, man. Sports is healing. Sports is a healing. Mind off things, and you can just enjoy it, depending if your team is doing well.
I can relate, brother. I can relate. So we're gonna talk some sports with you. Obviously, you representing the Dog Pound in Cleveland. Not we can't say Dog Pound in LA. That's a whole different definition.
Is my lighting all right? I can stuff around.
You good? Your light's good so far. All right, but yeah, obviously we're talking AFC North. Obviously, we talked about the AFC North the other day. Shout out to our boy Isaac from Fun Football Podcast. Shout out to Christy Love. She's gonna actually join us a little bit later. She's gonna be the third co-host today while Nick is on assignment. And then shout out to our boy Fat who joined the show also. I know him and Mark probably gonna have some words after sometime between now and whenever, but shout out to all those who joined us when we talked AFC North on Wednesday. Had a scheduling ish conflict, so we moved the show to Wednesday. But we'll be back on Tuesday because we kick off the NFC South. Trail gonna be in the house. We got my boy Dale from Sports Talk Meet with Friends. He's gonna join us to talk some Saints. Boy Champ's gonna come on talk some Falcons. Boy She's gonna come on talk some AFC with the Colts.
Falcons looking nice.
Yeah, they got Justin Simmons.
Yo, they got.
I know. It's annoying me.
Yeah.
Justin Simmons should not be an Atlanta Falcon. He should be a Denver Bronco.
Or Buffalo.
But I mean, it's whatever, man. It's whatever. But yeah, let's go ahead and get to it. Let's start off with, before we get to the two-a-days, with our what we missed segment. Obviously, this is for Mark today because we talk about what Mark missed because obviously he was on assignment. Shout out to No Rules. Back on Wednesday, 7:30 Pacific time, 10:30 on the East Coast. IG Live, him and our brother Ill Will back in the building. Obviously, shout out to Pops. Glad he's feeling better. Mark, what you missed is obviously we capped the Olympics. Team USA got the gold and one had the most medals, and they tied with China for most gold medals.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you missed. We talked a lot about Team USA, how they looked in the championship game. A lot of people were wondering, and Nick brought this up. They were calling our names. about this whole theory about a lot of people feeling that Steph should have been the Olympic MVP. Let me be clear. There's only been three. This isn't something they just started, but they pick and choose when they want to make this award. There's only been two other occasions when this award was handed out.
Who was the other two?
In 2004, when Argentina won, Manu Ginobili.
Dr. Manu.
And then at the most recent Olympics in Tokyo, it was Kevin Durant.
Dr. KD, you heard?
So LeBron James was named the Olympics MVP on the men's side.
Yes.
On the women's side, no brainer, Asia Wilson. But there's some people who thought it should have been Steph Curry.
Why?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
And I put in a group chat, those same people who thought it was Steph Curry, and one of those same people think that Paul Gasol should have won Finals MVP when the Lakers won 7 against Boston.
And they think that they're wrong too.
And then, but those people say no, Kobe should have won that, but then they say LeBron should have got MVP. It's the same thing to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
both of the awards were handed out, went to the right people. Kobe should have been Finals MVP in 2010.
I agree.
LeBron should have been the Olympics MVP this Olympics. And
LeBron been the best player on any court that the Olympic team stepped on from game one.
And even you heard Steph making a joke when he was talking to Anthony Edwards. Like Anthony Edwards said, "Man, you just got here in like
2 games ago.
2 days ago."
Mm-hmm.
But look, we're not gonna. Obviously, everyone's gonna say, "Well, when we replay these highlights, we're gonna replay Steph Curry's miraculous shots." But let's not act like LeBron James didn't near average triple double. LeBron James pretty much averaged the most assists by a player for Team USA. That was the highest assist total since '76 when Phil Ford, former Tar Heel, legendary Tar Heel, Phil Ford, was led Team USA in assists. I think he had averaged about 8 or something, and LeBron averaged almost 9 assists. But come chill. Let's chill. They gave it to the right person. If you didn't want LeBron to win, that's just hate. But I digress. Like, even now today, I got something for calling out names. Because it seems like I see now we're gonna be on. Now we just trying to find any way to throw shots at Bronny. Another thing we talked about, Mark, that you missed. We recapped the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Obviously, he's out there in Paco's neck of the woods of Ohio. 5 new members of the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, led by Julius Peppers as the only first ballot Hall of Famer. We had Patrick Willis, Devin Hester, Andre Johnson, Dwight Freeney, my guy Randy Gradishar from the Orange Crush, and obviously Steve McMichael. And we talked about who could be going in the Hall of Fame next year, and I gave some names about who's eligible, who'll be first year eligible in 2025. Shout out to Ill Will in the building. Casey joined the chat, so we'll get him in a second. Y'all niggas pull up. It's that Friday night again, John Rennick. Ha 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 ha! You stupid, Will.
Hey.
We ain't gonna do my dog Mark like that, man. That was total hate, Will. You know that.
You gotta
But yeah, here were some of the names, and we get you guys. But first of all, Paco, did you have a problem with LeBron getting the Olympic MVP?
Not one bit. And I get why some people said that because of the last 2 games. And yeah, you could argue that, but let's look at the overall. And like the stats. I mean, there was games that Curry didn't do anything, was there, and he had 2 good games. And I'm not knocking him at all, but they picked the right one. And this could arguably be his last Olympics. I don't think he's coming back to 28. That could be another topic for another time, but I think this was his last Olympics. I don't see him coming back. Maybe, but you never can say no about him. But no, to answer your question, no, I am not disappointed with LeBron winning MVP.
All right. So we talked about the Pro Football Hall of Fame a couple of weeks ago, and can hear the guys, and we talked about this on Wednesday, who will be eligible, first year eligible for 2025. And I want to get your guys' thoughts. Do you think they're worthy of first ballot? I think there's only one name on this list who's worthy of first ballot Hall of Fame induction. What up, Kenzie? But I want to get your guys' thoughts on some of these names.
What up, Kens?
Eli Manning.
First ballot?
No. But
he's going to. We know. Look,
he's going to get in.
He's going to get in. I don't know if he gets. Does he get in first ballot?
I think so.
Okay.
No.
His name holds lots of weight in who he beat in the Super Bowl.
All right. Terrell Suggs. What you think? What, Paco? Yay or nay to Eli's first ballot?
To Eli?
Yeah.
I said nay.
Okay. Terrell Suggs.
Yay.
All right.
Yep.
Marshawn Lynch.
No.
No. I think man. I mean, if it was like the MVP for Skittles eating, then yeah, first ballot.
If he's in Philip who?
He's saying Kinsey. We know Kinsey talking about. He's talking about Philip Rivers.
No, he's not.
If Philip Rivers is not going in first, oh, there we go. We got another person joining the chat. He might be when he got. I don't know. We're gonna find out where he go get for dinner right quick. He's the host of the KC Sports Show out in Atlanta. He's a member of the Bird Gang. Our boy back for the second straight Friday. Our boy KC's in the building. KC, man, what up?
Yeah. What's good?
We got my man Paco right here from Ohio.
What up,
my guy?
KC, where'd you go eat, bro?
I know it's going to be a minute, so I was like, let me hop on, give you guys a good 40 minutes because the place I was going to get the wings, they a little backed up because it's Friday night and sports is on and everything else. So I'm like, you know what?
Hey,
I'm gonna just kick it with my guys first.
I'm about to order.
You about to get some wings too?
I'm going to order some wings too. Yep.
I'm gonna be mad as hell. You get it before me.
Hey, watch.
Hey, Casey, before you jumped on, let me came on the show. We just talked about some of the stuff Mark missed from Wednesday. Obviously, we talked about the Olympics. Did you have a problem with LeBron getting the Olympic MVP?
I had no issue with LeBron getting the MVP. And for those who hate on LeBron, or if you're just a LeBron sexual, I don't know. Either side of the gate. I mean, LeBron showed his ass off. So I'm just saying, like, LeBron deserved it. At 40 years old and he's still hooping with cats.
Mm-hmm.
He younger than? Come on, man. Give LeBron MVP, man. Come on, stop playing. Yep. The GOAT.
All right, we all agreed there. We just talking about the Pro Football Hall of Fame a couple weeks ago, all the guys who went in. And we started naming some names of guys who are going to be eligible next year. All right, I'm going to give you some names and we'll get back on one accord. So Mark and Paco already said about these first three, so I'm going to get your thoughts. Eli Manning.
Ooh. Oh, man. God damn. He got 2 Super Bowls. I mean,
come on, Eagles. Come on, Eagles.
Damn it. This is a tough one. Oh my God. Damn. Okay, it's two. Not first ballot. I'm sorry. He can't be first ballot. Not first ballot. Right. No. He gotta work his way up.
Hey, KC, I said I don't think he should, but I think he is going to get first ballot. His last name and who he beat in the Super Bowl twice.
Exactly. That's why I was sitting there like, damn it. Like the Eagle in me is like, hell no. But then the factual side of me is like, the man did beat the GOAT twice, and he's a Manning. But it's oh my God, he's gonna. Hey, listen, man, we got Hall of Famers that are in there right now that really don't need to be in there. You heard Deion Sanders say something last year or the year before. He was like, the Hall of Fame is just not the Hall of Fame as it used to be. Like, you used to have like some credence and change the game. Mm-hmm. Nowadays, if you've been in long enough or you've been out of the NFL long enough and made a few Pro Bowls, they let anybody in the Hall of Fame. So I would not be shocked if Eli Manning got in first ballot. But for me, I'm going to wait probably like 15 years before I for real.
Let's go to the next name, Terrell Suggs.
Oh, yeah, no, I have no problem. First ballot. Terrell Suggs was a dog. And his whole entire career with Baltimore, he won a Super Bowl, made plenty of Pro Bowls. I don't know how many first team he made, all defenses, but yeah, Terrell Suggs was a straight dog from the jump as a rookie. I remember him in his rookie year when Byron Leftwich came out too. It was the funniest thing, those two going back and forth. He called Byron Leftwich a Pop-Tart sweetheart, and I thought that was the funniest thing I've ever heard from any NFL player say. So yeah, no, he's definitely he's in the Hall of Fame just off of jokes.
That's mad funny. All right, Marshawn Lynch.
I love Marshawn. Well, I do love Marshawn because he has a personality. He has a Super Bowl, Pro Bowls. I would say not first ballot, second ballot, like second year. I mean, not the second year, but the second time around, but not first ballot. Yeah, no.
I want to hear his speech.
You say what?
I just want to get inside and hear his speech.
Oh, you know it's gonna be ratchet as hell. He's gonna be in Canton, Ohio, saying every cuss word he can, and they're gonna have to have a 5-minute delay on the damn on the live show.
Hey KC, what if it was the Hall of Fame for Skittles?
I'm pretty sure they done put him in some kind of Skittles Hall of Fame for what he done for that advertisement brand. You know, hey man, it is what it is. But you know, Marshawn, I would say second go round he'll make it, but not first ballot. No,
I agree with that.
All right.
I agree.
All right, let's start. I'm start with you, Mark. Christy, what up with it? What up, Christy? Earl Thomas.
Earl Thomas.
What up, Christy?
He's going in. I don't know about first ballot though.
Paco.
Earl Thomas is going in. I don't know about first ballot either.
KC.
Earl Thomas. I would say third time round. Not first ballot. He's not a first ballot. No.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm biased on this one.
Kenzie.
So I'm gonna take this one out. I'm not gonna. Marshawn should get in first ballot. No, he's not getting in first ballot, Kenzie. Let that go. All right. Congratulations, Mookie Betts. 800 career RBIs now. Akeem Talib.
Hell no. I'm sorry.
No, not at all. Not at all, John. Not at all. He hasn't done enough, and man. No.
Not to get a Hall of Fame at all?
Y'all think Talib's not Hall of Famer?
What?
Wow.
Not first ballot.
What?
Not first ballot.
No.
He's not first.
No, he's not first ballot. He's not going in first ballot. He's not going in first ballot. I already said there's only one person on this list who I think is first ballot, but it's not Talib.
Wait, who he won the Super Bowl with? Was it Tampa? Who he won the Super Bowl with? Was it Denver?
He won with the Broncos.
No fly zone.
Okay. Because I know he was with the Patriots at one point and the Broncos. I just didn't know what Super Bowl team he was on.
He drafted by Tampa. He got traded. Then he got traded to New England, and he was with us. And then we traded him to the Rams, and he ended his career with the Dolphins. But I don't think he played with the Dolphins.
No, I mean, okay, so here's the thing, right? With Aqib Talib, I want to say Talib Kweli, you know, the rapper.
Hey, we better turn this to a hip hop conversation.
Hey, that's my song too. With him, what was the producer's name?
High Tech.
Yeah, High Tech. That I like the video too. No, but with him, I wouldn't put him in the first ballot because if we looking at the Hall of Fame too in terms of character or just a likable person too, no, he's definitely never been the most liked corner in the league and on and off of the field. Like that whole situation with his brother shooting the little league coach and shit.
He's gonna pay for that. That cost him a job at Amazon, to be honest.
Yeah, no, that definitely I if anything, honestly, he might get the Terrell Owens treatment. They might wait 3 or 4, maybe 10.
Possible.
Yeah, I mean, if he got the numbers, he should get in, but he shouldn't get in right away. If he has the comparable numbers for what they would consider a Hall of Famer, along with the accolades, Pro Bowls, Super Bowls, okay, I don't have an issue with it, but not right away. He should definitely get the TO treatment. And TO didn't even deserve the TO treatment. Honestly, TO should have been in the Hall of Fame right away.
First ballot.
Adam
Vinatieri.
Oh,
Mark.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You think Vinatieri go first ballot? He's going to get in.
He'll get in.
There's only 2 kickers in. Morton Anderson was the most recent kicker that got in, but I don't know the name of the other kicker. But
Sebastian.
Johnny Kelsey not in yet. It's Morton Anderson or somebody else, some old timer.
Vinatieri go get in. I don't know about first ballot.
Hey, you know who should get in? You know who should get in though? He's the dude that you guys just said, Vinatieri.
Don't do that.
Who?
Vinatieri.
You said Vinatieri first ballot, Paco?
Yeah.
Vinatieri is a first ballot Hall of Famer. I mean, regardless on, I mean, I don't know how long like kickers stay in the league in terms of how long he has, but he's been in the league. He was in the league for a long ass time. Granted, he was on a great team, but Adam Vinatieri is a first ballot Hall of Famer. If we just look at how kickers are graded, he would be the marquee for kickers, in my opinion. Because anytime I see him on the field, he's hitting a long anything 55 plus, he's going to hit it.
Right.
So I don't have an issue if he went first ballot. I don't have an issue at all.
So here's the guy who I feel is the only one that's worthy of going first ballot in this for 2025. Luke Kuechly.
You got to explain that to me. Please explain that to me, because I want to know what is, because like I seen the tape. He's a dog. He's a straight dog, but you got to explain to me why he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame first ballot. And we ain't even talking about, he ain't even a first linebacker from Carolina to go in the Hall of Fame. What's his name? Sam. Why am I drawing a blank on that? Sam Mills. It took Sam Mills. He died before he even got in the Hall of Fame, bro.
The reason why I say Luke Kuechly is a first ballot because he was a 7-time All-Pro. Every year he was in the NFL, he was All-Pro. He won Defensive Rookie of the Year. Following year was the Defensive Player of the Year. Every year he was a Pro Bowler and All-Pro. I think that's going to get him in the Hall of Fame, and I think he had probably got a bunch of years where he led the NFL in tackles. But I think out of all this list, he's the guy who I think is going to get in first ballot. I think he's going to be that guy getting in first ballot.
Wait. Did Sam Mills die? I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me make
sure. Sam Mills died. He died years ago. He died
before he got into the Hall of Fame. I just want to make sure.
He had been on the ballot for years. It was just
him and Joe Staley should get in first ballot.
Who?
I don't know about Joe. Is Joe Staley a first ballot Hall of Famer? I didn't see him. I didn't know he was eligible this year. But
what's the list? What's the list, John?
Well, I just gave him like some of the notable ones. Those are some of the notable ones that I saw that Schefter tweeted out. But there's a bunch of players anybody who hadn't played a game probably since 2020. But
Marshall.
Hey, does RG3 get in?
No, hell no.
He was joking with that. He was being facetious with that question.
I was.
All right, but now Mark was saying it for a whole different reason. I know why Mark was saying it.
Wait, I want to hear Mark's reason though. I feel like it's going to be good.
No, I mean.
Don't shy away from the contact, brother. Hey, I want to hear this shit.
Oh man, y'all just don't know, man.
Because I was being nice on our show in terms of my take on RG3 as a person. I was saying as a commentator, he's cool, but I want to hear your take. Just tell me what's the
issue. He wasn't that good as a player. I'm gonna leave it there. He wasn't that good of a player. He get into the College Hall of Fame.
You get in the College Hall of Fame? Yeah, yep. I ain't mad at that.
Yeah.
That guy was trash. He was trash on the Browns. He was more about racing people.
Yeah, he a cornball. Him and Noah Lyles.
Yeah, he is.
Is it? Kenzie says, "If we're eating that French, is it for eating that French bread?" Nah,
I didn't even see that.
Hey, look, I had that up. I had that graphic up too. I was like,
Casey, I didn't want to say nothing. I was like, man,
I didn't even see that.
Nah, it was worse than that. It was something he said that was just beyond sus.
that shit, that was classic. That was so classic that he had. You should see the pictures on Twitter where they just kind of cropped out his wife, and it's just him with his jaw open. I was like, bro, look, man, your PR person is horrible. Because who let you take that picture and upload it on the social media, bro?
His wife.
The most suspect thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Bro, jaws wide open, bro. I'm sorry.
And the last person I had was Marshall Yonder.
Who?
Marshall Yonder, the guard from the Ravens.
I wouldn't even be able to tell you. I mean,
not first ballot. Maybe eventually, but definitely not first ballot.
Not because you gotta think about it too. Linemen, normally with linemen, you know who the linemen are who were fired. Like Orlando Brown. It was like, what was the famous guard from the Ravens? He was so fire. He had to be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Offensive guard? Oh, Michael Orr?
No, not him. No, not him. He was a tackle.
Oh, you're talking about Ogden.
Jonathan Ogden.
Jonathan Ogden, yes. Jonathan Ogden, first ballot Hall of Famer right away. Shit.
Yeah, he went in
back in the day, remember back in the day when the Kansas City Chiefs had Priest Holmes and Trent Dilfer and all them, bro, not Trent Dilfer, Trent Green.
Trent Green.
That whole line, I would have had no problem. That whole offensive line was fire, bro. Priest Holmes wasn't even all that great. Priest Holmes was a decent running back, but the fact that line was as big as, bro, I had no issue with them.
Yeah. So
yo, KC, who better, LaShawn McCoy or Priest Holmes?
Oh, Shady. What?
Oh, Shady.
Shady giving crazy work. What?
Shady for sure.
Oh, definitely
Shady was giving crazy work. Listen, bro. I didn't really. I'm gonna be honest, bro. I didn't really understand like Shady McCoy when I didn't appreciate him. It wasn't that I didn't even understand. I didn't appreciate him while he was in Philly until I started going back and looking at all them highlight tapes. I was like, God, this mug was shaking. He was and one on the field. Shady McCoy changed the running back game. He's with Bijan Robinson is. Bijan Robinson was fire, bro. But a lot of his game is taken from Shady McCoy. Like the whole using the ball like it's basketball moves he's using. It's crazy. And then
I agree.
Priest Holmes was just more of a downhill running back. He can break some tackles. He was elusive, but he wasn't as shifty as Shady McCoy. I'm sorry. That's just Priest Holmes is a good running back though. Straight out of Texas. Shout out to the Horns.
Yeah, I just wanted to see where you were on that. Because a lot of people don't appreciate how good McCoy was. That man was amazing.
Underappreciated.
What he did. Yeah.
Honestly,
you guys, I honestly thought, and I think he's a little older than him, so you can't say that, but I thought he was going to be up there with like the Reggie Bush status coming out of college. I thought that was that guy. Like I honestly did. I was like, Browns, get him.
Paco, Broncos passed up Shady from O'Shawn Moreno. No offense.
Who?
But we passed up Shady from O'Shawn Moreno.
Watch him out.
For who?
Broncos passed up Shady from O'Shawn Moreno. The Broncos,
hey, but
had a chance to draft Shady.
Whoa. No,
and that's not a shot at O'Shawn Moreno. But that was not a shot at O'Shawn Moreno because O'Shawn was a dog and he was in Georgia.
I'm about to say, Georgia had a history of good running backs. O'Shawn Moreno just happened to be a bust for y'all.
That's running back university. Just watch him out, all right,
dog.
But he was good at Georgia, though.
That's what I'm saying. He was great.
He was good at Georgia, though, right, Mark? No
shot. He was great. He was him.
Yeah.
Maybe because I just didn't like Josh McDaniels. Maybe because I didn't trust Josh McDaniels. But he was cool. He looked like the Georgia Marshawn O'Shawn Moreno when he was with Peyton Manning, but just with Josh McDaniels. Just shut up. All right. Mark, another thing you missed, which you probably didn't miss, was the first AP top 25 rankings.
I told you he was number one, fam. Watch him out.
Chill. Obviously, your Georgia Bulldogs are 1. Paco's Ohio State Buckeyes are 2. Casey, you got a college team?
Yeah, you know I'm a Hurricanes fan.
Okay, we'll get this. We'll get there.
Really?
What?
Hey, KC.
What?
Oh, man, I just thought about it. Paco ain't forgot about that national championship game.
Hey, KC,
Yeah, that went overtime. Whoa. We won that.
Hey, KC, I got a problem with the Hurricanes, man. It has nothing to do with real life college football. I've been playing NCAA 25, and the Hurricanes steal all the recruits. I don't like that shit.
Hey, it's that yayo. It's that yayo. Hey, no.
Hey, KC. On a serious note, though, I know people that were at that game. I don't want to bring this up, but how good would Willis and McGahee been if he didn't? Because people could hear that pop. How good would he have been in the NFL?
Oh,
compared to what he already was, had he not got hurt? He going number 1, no?
Yeah, he's going number 1. Willis McGahee would have been like hands down one of the best backs in the NFL because at that time Miami had a factory of NFL players in college already. We talk. I can go through the list. The list is so ridiculously long. Even just Hall of Famers of U players. Yeah. At one point, I seen a Hall of Fame ceremony where it was nothing but U players on the squad on the podium.
You had Ederson, you had James, right?
Ederson James.
You got 2 going to Hall of Fame this year.
Andre Johnson.
Gore. 2 going this year. Andre Johnson.
Frank Gore.
Devin Hester. That's what I mean. Miami was so hey, listen, Miami's history was so deep, it just didn't make any sense. It was every year for a good 10 years straight. We had a first-round draft pick. For a straight 10 years, we always had a first-round draft pick. And it was just like, bruh, like 1 year, like it was a squad that had Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, and Reed on the end. Dog, that team was so stacked. Merriweather, they had bro.
Was Greg Olsen on that team? No,
Greg Olsen was like a freshman. He was like a freshman at the end.
Hey, KC, all due respect though, we did get that win.
Bro, y'all lost. It's okay. It's okay. It's you lost to a NFL team, a perennial NFL team. It wasn't meant to be. That's what it was. I'm just saying. If we would have never,
Miami had the best team ever.
Sam, what up with it?
What up, Sam?
You said what?
Who was that one guy you had? There was a receiver on your team that I thought Roscoe Parrish.
Roscoe Parrish was supposed to be something. He was supposed to be like Santana Moss, even because Santana Moss, his little brother didn't pan out to what we thought he was. But Roscoe Parrish had the speed, but the route running.
He didn't have a hand. And couldn't catch. Trust me, he played in Buffalo.
He played what?
He played in Buffalo. He couldn't catch neither.
Yeah, it was a lot of things with Roscoe Parrish, but
he was fast though.
That's what I'm saying. He was fast, and a lot of times your speed will get you propelled to the NFL. Like
there's another receiver I'm thinking of. Oh, Andre Johnson.
Yeah, Andre Johnson just got inducted. Yeah,
Andre Johnson
was him.
Him and Reggie Wayne was on that squad.
That's enough. Look. That team was super stacked. It was just you couldn't really do nothing, I'm so upset that we are so abysmal. We're like so far away from what we used to be in the early 2000s. Like I watch these games and I just get upset. Yeah. Like the Georgia Tech game, I broke my TV. I was so mad.
Dang.
I broke my TV. I was like, bro. You gotta be kidding me. I threw my remote.
You were ready to get another one. Don't cap. You were ready to get another one.
It's pissing me off as a coach. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? What?
No, KC, you were ready to get another one, weren't you?
I was gonna upgrade to that mode.
Not gonna be a team on the radar this year, though.
Yeah, no, I see a lot of analysts saying that we are an underdog. Well, I mean, they're expecting us to do some big things, especially with our coach and the quarterback. We got Ward, but I don't. No, I get my hopes up every year, and then they just let me down. Because 1 year we actually had, when we had the turnover chain, bro, we literally were ranked like number 4 or 5 and lost to Clemson. We got our ass beat by Clemson, which Clemson at the time had Trevor Lawrence. Of course, we're gonna lose, but there was a game that we could have won. And I was sitting there thinking, like, bruh, what the hell is a Notre Dame? What the hell is a Notre Dame?
Hey, what the hell is what the hell is up with our I formation with the Buckeyes too? Though we had so much potential at wide receiver, and we just kept doing that I formation. And that was with Tressel years. Urban Meyer finally decided to say, "Oh, we got the thing, and we got a championship with that." And I will just say one thing though. I gotta say this. I know this is 2-a-days and stuff, but I'm gonna tell you where the Buckeyes are gonna be this year. I'm not predicting that. Every year I predicted something. I never predicted that we would get beat 2 years in a row by that team up north. So I'm not saying nothing. I just hope we come out and play. Will Howard is our starting QB though, from Kansas.
You should put an asterisk on those wins from Michigan because they cheated. I mean, that's plain and simple. That's the only reason why Michigan beat.
What's the real verdict on that?
There is no verdict. They'll wait 5 years. They're gonna wait 5 years until they make a decision.
It's Kane's things this year. Okay,
that's what I'm saying, baby. That's my sports. Hey, y'all already know what it is this year. Even though we probably not gonna go that far. But
Kane's. I like racing. Kane's.
Got the rest of this top 25 real quick. We'll continue talking this college football. Oregon is 3, Texas 4, Bama 5, Ole Miss 6, Notre Dame 7, Penn State 8, Michigan 9, Florida State 10. Missouri 11, Utah 12, LSU 13, Clemson 14, my Tennessee Vols 15, Oklahoma.
They got
16.
in the top 15. Okay.
Yeah, and right we are. Oklahoma 16, Oklahoma State 17, Kansas State 18, KC, your boys, they're 19, Texas A&M 20, Arizona 21, Kansas 22. USC 23, NC State 24, and Iowa 25. I don't like being ranked high anyway because it just sets us up for failure. I like being ranked this low so that way when we can prove it, we're gonna prove it. But right now we had a good spot. I like this spot.
Man, I'll tell you our toughest test is, and it's not in the Big Ten. Our first game against Oregon, that game is gonna be sold out, and that's in Oregon, right?
Is it? I thought it was at a neutral.
I mean, let me see.
I thought it was at a neutral location.
But I know we know SC and
Michigan
and LSU. That's in Vegas. Ooh, that's a Sunday in Vegas.
The hell they get? I mean, they did that shit strategically to mix up the conferences from West Coast to East Coast. And I'm like, bro,
are you talking about y'all first conference game? Or
yeah, he said
their first game. Ohio State first game is against Akron.
No. When's the Oregon? I think that's our true test.
Wait, what?
Big Ten.
What Oregon's not? Is Oregon they switched over?
Oregon went to the Big Ten.
Oregon went to the Big Ten
and USC.
Okay, yeah, that's what I mean. Like that's what
UCLA came to us. I don't know if USC did. Did they come too?
USC, UCLA, Washington, and Oregon left the Pac-12 to go to the Big Ten.
I'm telling you, that's gonna be an issue. They got to start having neutral sites because everybody trying to fly to the West Coast, East Coast, bro. Like what?
Yeah,
hey, Ohio State Stadium is big, but not for those type of games. You can't do that there. You almost got to go to Cleveland Browns or you got to go, like you guys said, a neutral site, Buffalo.
Y'all go to Oregon October 12th, Paco.
Yeah. And that's a night game.
It's gonna be cold as shit in Oregon.
It's still gonna be a night game. But yeah.
Anyway, keep going. My bad.
But yeah, obviously I already know what Mark feels about Georgia, so that's like a rhetorical question asking him. But obviously, Paco, your boys now. Yeah. Nope, our ball's going. What is your expectations, obviously, for Ohio State now with all these other teams joining the Big Ten?
You know that guy we just got from Alabama, the running back? Watch him. Henderson's a fourth, but this guy we just got from Alabama, I can't say his name. I can't pronounce it, so I don't want to butcher it. We just got him. He's a beast. You played 25, right, Mark? You know who I'm talking about if you play with the Buckeyes, but pause, you don't play with the Buckeyes. But I like it. I like where we're at. I like also. Let's just talk about this. Chip Kelly. Hey, KC, we got Chip Kelly with us now.
I hate Chip Kelly. I hate Chip Kelly with all my soul. I hate Chip Kelly to the ends, no roads. I hate Chip Kelly so bad that I want Chip Kelly to fail at everything he does and touches, because he messed up a perfect Eagles team with a Vic Deshaun, bruh. How do you mess up a Vic Deshaun Jackson combination with Shady on the team? You trade away to half the team. Bro, don't get me started. I'm sorry.
You had Macklin, Centennial Home,
bro,
a Buckeye. Yeah, you had all their pieces. You had a Percy Harvin at one point.
Man, that's Percy
the Eagles had Percy Harvin?
No, wait, no. That's Seahawks. Never mind.
I'm about to say we never had what? I know if Percy Harvin was our team.
You had McCoy.
Y'all can stop talking about Percy Harvin, man. Everyone knows Percy Harvin.
You got flashbacks.
Florida, and then in the damn Super Bowl when the Broncos played the Seahawks.
Oh yeah,
that dude was like a nightmare.
My bad, gang. My bad. You right.
Yeah.
But to answer your question, the Buckeyes.
Yeah,
we're gonna see Mark in the national championship.
Oh boy.
I hope so.
I think we could be there.
How do y'all feel about the 12-team playoff?
I hated it. I hate the playoffs in general.
How does that work? Is it an elimination? What is it?
I might be explain it, John. But I just want to say I hate the playoffs. I miss the old days where it was cutthroat, where you had to win every game and every game mattered. Now you can lose 2 games and still be in. But go on, John. I'm sorry.
All right, so the top 5 conference champs will qualify, and it'll have 7 at-large teams. And then the top 4 conference champions will get a bye. Then they'll have the other 8 teams playing the playoff games at the higher seeds home school. And there's no limit on teams per conference being in the playoff.
That means it's gonna be like 8 SEC teams.
Yeah.
Yep. Great.
Exactly
so if you lose twice, you're still in.
Yeah,
pretty much.
You can lose 3 times and still be in.
That's why I said I hate this shit. I hate it.
With this 12-team thing.
Y'all like it?
No.
I don't.
I hate this shit. I hate it with like, bro, remember the old days where it was like, even though the only team that I ever saw got like gypped out of it was Auburn when they had Cadillac and Ronnie Brown. They should have.
They were USC, right?
They had what?
That's when they had that issue with USC, right? It was them and USC, huh?
Yeah.
Dog, I was so mad about that because I watched them and they were just running through people. That was the only time where the system was like, bro, come on, what are we doing? Like, I think they self-corrected after that, and all SEC teams started being ranked super high. But my thing is, I miss the days of every game counts. Every game is a playoff win, especially in the days of like when you had those superpower teams, like a Miami, when the Big East was around, like back in the SEC, Alabama, Florida going at it, Georgia.
Yeah.
Every game counted. If you lost one, the only team that I ever saw that made it to that past that with one loss was Alabama. I was like, yeah, I ain't mad at that. Alabama should deserve it. That deserves to get in because versus who else? Versus the Big 12? I mean, the Big 10?
Yeah.
Come on now. That's the only reason why I liked it, and I hate the playoff format because it's just like, bro, we taking all the fun out of winning games.
Let me say this though.
They deserve to be Alabama. They deserve to be in there this year.
They didn't.
They didn't.
No,
but it's politics. We know what it was. They didn't want Georgia to win 3 straight. That's all that is.
Right? Hey, can I say this real quick on this though? Like, I'm gonna keep it 100. This actually, because like before the Big Ten got it, the pieces that came this year and stuff, we didn't have strength of schedule. So I'm just saying, as a Buckeye fan, this actually playoff format is favorable for an Ohio State team because you lose one, like, you know what I'm saying? There's no way to make it up, but you get in that 12 team, you're there. You know what I'm saying? But do I like it? I still don't like it because I just want to win. I like that night of where you're thinking, oh, man, I'm on the bubble. Let's see what happens. If this team loses, we might jump it. But I like that. I don't like every team. I mean, dude, freaking like a Denver could make it. Colorado University could make it now.
That's very true. And on top of that, it just takes the wind out of just like every game meant something. In the SEC, do you understand the SEC cannibalized itself and went like it was such a slobber knocker between it'd be either Georgia, LSU, it'd be either Georgia, Alabama, Georgia, Florida. Out of them teams, it was always a slobber knock. It was like, bro, we can't lose, and every game was so intense. I remember I went to one game, Georgia and Florida, and when I say that stadium was rocking, I mean that stadium was rocking, and it meant something. It was like, okay, this is what we stand on. We can't lose. So if you won every game, if you were undefeated, it was a well-deserved. And then everybody that was bitching, oh, the SEC gets in automatically. That's because the SEC is the strongest competition. You put I never want to hear anybody say nothing about a 3-loss SEC team versus the Big Ten, ACC, because those teams will blow any. You look at the bowl games. The bowl games will prove it to you.
You're right, AKC. Mark got his wings. He got his wings.
Oh, damn.
You.
I'm getting off this because I'm pissed now. Hey,
no, hold up.
Forget this. I'm gonna get my food since he gonna eat in front of me. That's messed up. Hey, look. All I'm gonna say is I ain't saying shit. Bye.
All right, KC.
All right, KC.
All right, y'all guys take it easy. I'm gonna get my food. Goddamn it.
All right, man.
All right,
hey, I'll follow you, brother. I'll follow you, KC.
I appreciate it.
Real quick before you go.
You say what?
Yeah.
Real quick before you go, give us a take on the AFC North and tell them where they can follow you.
Okay, AFC North. We got the Browns, who ain't probably gonna do anything because Deshaun Watson then got paid. We got the Ravens. The Ravens, who are probably going to get to the playoffs, but then get kicked out as long as LeBron stays. Excuse me, not LeBron. As long as Lamar stays healthy, they're still going to get kicked out the playoffs. You got the Steelers, who depends, and I don't know if they even got a quarterback for real. And then you got the Bengals, as long as Jamar and your boy Burrow, Shiesty Burrow, stay healthy. I think I think Cincinnati will be a shoo-in to win the AFC North. My personal opinion.
All right.
That's my.
Okay.
All right.
I dropped the mic on that.
All right. Basically, tell them where they can follow you, brother.
Oh yeah. Follow me. I'm on all socials. I'm on Twitter at the KC Sports Show, all one word. I'm also on TikTok. Same thing, KC Sports Show. I'm the only KC Sports Show on Twitter, on TikTok. Same thing with Instagram, KC Sports Show, YouTube, everything else. Kick Twitch. We stream mainly the weekends because I don't have time during the week. So I'm on everything. Follow me on all platforms. I'm there. Let me know. DM me. My DMs are always open, but not for that kind of crazy stuff. Only for sports talk. But yeah, man, y'all guys have a safe night. I'm out of here. Stay dangerous out in these streets. KC Sports Show, we out there, man. Bye. Appreciate you guys having me on.
All right, KC. All right, my brother.
All right, KC.
Appreciate you, KC. All right, Paco. Let's start. All right. Let's start with your boys. Obviously, y'all was in the wild card. Let's start up. Let's just piggyback from last season. Deshaun Watson gets hurt. Enter Joe Flacco. Y'all go on this run to get into the playoffs. He gets comeback player of the year. Unfortunately, y'all losing the wild card to the Texans. And now Deshaun Watson's the guy. Y'all brought in Jameis now as a backup. What did you think of your offseason, first of all, and then what are your hopes for going into this season?
I love our offseason. I'm going to start with this. Our offensive line is healthy. We got depth at our offensive line because our offensive line was on like a third, fourth string in that game with Flacco. And I don't really want to recap it. You saw what happened. We are very, very healthy at the offensive line. We're a heck of deep at running back too, because I don't think Chubb starts the season with the Browns. I honestly think they put him on that. I think week 5 he comes back. I just don't see it. I mean, he's still like, you guys see the training and stuff. I don't see that there. But I got to talk about an Achilles heel that you don't even know about. Deshaun Watson got all cleared yesterday.
Okay.
He's playing in the Seattle game. Not tomorrow against the Vikings. He's playing in the Seattle game. He's starting. That's going to be our live what do they call that? Audition? Dress rehearsal. Yeah. So I'm optimistic that he starts the season at QB. Another thing though is John, thank you. Thank you for Jerry Jeudy, man. He's showing out in training camp, but he probably showed out at your training camps too. So it remains to be seen on the field.
I didn't know. Look, I knew he wasn't going to be back with Denver. I just seen there was something with him and Sean Payton. They didn't mix, but he's a good player. I mean, this is his chance to finally prove why he was a top pick.
Right. Yo, you're absolutely right. And with that note though, there's so many receivers there. Let's just talk about this and stuff. You know how people were saying the Ayuk thing? That wasn't there. But the thing that we have to worry about right now, Cooper isn't happy for whatever reason.
I think there's a name in the Brandon Ayuk rumors.
Yeah, he did not like that one bit. I don't understand why we did that. And that's a Haslam thing. I don't understand with that. And then can I touch on this too, since we're talking about the AFC North? I don't want a new stadium with a roof. I don't want that.
I meant to ask you about that, Paco. I'm going to ask you about that, Paco. So let me set the table right quick. So the Browns are having a proposal where they're going to, instead of having a regular stadium, and obviously Cleveland Brown Stadium is a staple in Cleveland for the Browns. But now they put a proposal out where they're going to get a new roof stadium that's going to be a dome. They would be the only team in the AFC North that would not have a stadium with a roof. We always know that playing in the North, those weather conditions are
home field advantage.
Are home field advantage. Mark will know, obviously dealing with Buffalo. I know this with Denver.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, and the only reason I said it, and I told I think I said this last one I was on with KC, or I was telling him I was at the barbershop recently. The reason this talk is happening is because I think Cleveland wants to try to host a Super Bowl. I think they want to host a Super Bowl.
Yeah. That's the main thing. But the other thing is, hey, Mark, would you want a dome, or you want them to come and play in those treacherous weather for playoffs where people don't want that? People don't want to play in that environment.
That's Buffalo's home field advantage. Nobody wants to go to Buffalo in January. Late December, early January, nobody wants to go to Buffalo. That's home field advantage.
That's Miami.
I'm just saying, like, you guys are in LA and stuff. You've gone to cold weather games, I'm sure. That's the ambiance. That's the part of going.
Yep.
If you want to go somewhere warm, go somewhere warm. But yeah, the whole thing is yes, they want to do Super Bowls. They want to do the NCAA tourney. They want to do like all that stuff. But the thing is they're moving it out of Cleveland. It won't be in Cleveland. It'll be in the suburbs.
People almost died in Kansas City.
That was their choice to go to that game, though. They didn't have to go they didn't have to go sit in -5 degrees. That was a choice.
They don't. So they agree with. They want the domes, then. They want the dome. Is that what I'm seeing? I can't really see the chat.
Well, she's a Colts fan. The Colts, all they play is in the dome.
Right.
And I'm shocked with Christy being a Bears fan that you won't want that advantage taken away from the Bears, especially when their defense gets going. They had a choice to sit in -5-degree weather. Nobody told them to. The Steelers, the Bills moved their game to Monday.
Right.
That was a choice.
Right.
The game was being streamed, so therefore that's why they didn't move the game. You weren't gonna move 2 games because you need to at least have, because if you would have only 1 game on, you weren't gonna have 3 games on a Monday. That's why they kept it. They had the 2 games on Saturday, 2 games on Sunday, 2 games on Monday.
Exactly right. And I've already dealt with the Browns leaving me once. And I'm not saying that they're leaving by doing that. They belong in downtown Cleveland. And if they did want to, let's just say they did want to do the dome thing or whatever, they could do it right where it is. I don't know if you know the area. There's so much open room. I mean, you saw SummerSlam. Like, there's so much open room. They can build there. And then they could play them. And Mark, I don't know if you heard this. They said during the stadium, we might be playing in Buffalo.
Facts. In Buffalo New Stadium. I'm being Buffalo. I'm going to Buffalo this year for a game.
Oh, for sure. My stepdad just surprised me. I got season tickets to the Browns. So
that's dope.
Yep.
Good. Well,
the only game. Guess what game I'm missing though? Guess what game I'm missing? Because I'm gonna be in Arizona for my for my godsons. I'm gonna miss the Dallas game.
Oh, week one.
Yep.
Oh, you ain't missing nothing. Y'all gonna win that game. But what is your expectations for them? Obviously, for the season. Obviously, y'all were a wild card last year. Do you think y'all can win the division this year? And let me say this.
I absolutely. It all depends.
First, Paco. You was the first person who told me, Mark, and Nick last year how the Browns have the #1 defense.
Yep.
And we paid attention to it, and you was right. Myles Garrett ended up getting Defensive Player of the Year, and they had the #1 defense. Y'all ran into C.J. Stroud, and life happens. But can the Browns win the AFC North?
Absolutely. Did you see who we just re-signed?
Okay. Oh,
Jermaine.
Jeremiah Coromoa. Yeah, I saw that.
Yep. Got him back. Hey, and don't sleep on Juan Thornhill. Don't sleep on Martin Emerson. Don't sleep on Denzel Ward. I'm calling it right now. Defensive Player of the Year team back to back. And I'm telling you right now, Myles Garrett is going to be on a mission to win Defensive Player of the Year again. And I'm not just being biased with that. I'm telling you, he is.
Be biased, Paco.
They are going to make you know how they did receiver? They did QB. Mm-hmm. They're going to do the linebackers and defensive ends next. Guaranteed. They're going to do, because
that would be a dope show.
Peyton's got that. And there's so many people I would like to see. Could you imagine Micah Parsons? And I don't even like the Cowboys. But could you imagine seeing him, the type of stuff like we see with Devontae Adams, Justin Jefferson?
They said the defensive line is the most entertaining room in any team's headquarters.
Oh yeah, I would watch that. I actually watched that off subject. I watched that off season with the Giants. That was kind of interesting to see how they go behind the scenes. And I don't know if you guys know this. We're on the whole North is on Hard Knocks in season.
I thought it. Y'all know the entire AFC North is going to be on the in season Hard Knocks.
Yep.
All right, let's move on to another team in y'all division, Paco.
All right.
Everybody's picking the Ravens, but we'll save the Ravens for last because they won a division. We already know how their season ended. Let's go to the Steelers. Obviously, all eyes is right now focused on who's going to be the QB between Russell Wilson and Justin Fields. Russell Wilson's going to get his start tomorrow. We saw Justin Fields last week. He fumbled the ball twice. Now, although Christie, in fact, said it wasn't his fault. Both of those fumbles weren't his fault. If you're Mike Tomlin, who are you going with week 1, Paco? Russell Wilson or Justin Fields?
They're going Russell, I think. I mean, I just, you kind of got to, though, don't you? You kind of got to see if Russell's going to work with them.
This is why I say this. I agree. I think it's Russell Wilson, too.
I think it's Russell Wilson, too, but I don't know if you have to.
You don't have to, but I'm going to explain why I think it's easier to go with Russell Wilson. The Steelers, they always do the conservative route. But I'll say this. If you go to Russell Wilson first and he fails, it's more easier to go to Russell Wilson first and then go to Justin Fields or Justin Fields fails and you go to Russell Wilson and then Russell Wilson fails, I don't know if you can get Justin Fields back mentally. I think personally you go to Russell Wilson first because you need to just both of them are on 1-year contracts. They're playing for their life. They're playing for their career, for their football lives. So
yeah. Hey John, does the Vikings come into play? Do the Vikings come into play for one of them too?
Yeah. No. I think they'll keep them both. I think well the Vikings the Vikings called recently about Derek Carr, but the Saints said no. But I guarantee you, if Russell Wilson, if they name one of them the starter, they're going to call him again. Once they name one, but I think you still got to bring both. If you're not going to bring, I forgot who the third string quarterback is for the Steelers, but
the dude with the little hands, right?
No, they traded Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett got traded to the Eagles. Oh. He's Jalen Hurts' backup, or I think he's Jalen Hurts' backup now. But yeah, you go Russell Wilson, and then if it don't work, then you go to Justin Fields. But I think it was killing me is this fandom for Justin Fields. Everyone's saying, well, he's going to be with Arthur Smith, and Arthur Smith can make him into the next Ryan Tannehill. I didn't know that was a compliment. Arthur Smith wasn't a good coach in Atlanta, but he's a good offensive coordinator. It helps when you got Derrick Henry also. But to say that he can make him into Ryan Tannehill, I'm like, that's not a compliment. Justin Fields is more talented than Kyle Allen's their third string quarterback.
Yeah.
They're not getting rid of one of them. Dale, what up? Dale, he's gonna join the BS and Beer Media Sports Talk Friends. He's gonna be with us Tuesday to talk Saints with Trail. But you go to.
You got Camelo. You got Camelo coming on. You got Chris coming on this year.
He's going to probably join us during the West. We'll do the West. But I think he's going to.
To answer your question, do the Steelers win the division? No. And I'm not even. And I honestly got to say this on the Ayuk thing, everybody. I feel like this is a ploy for him to get re-signed with the 49ers because there was a lot of good deals out there. I can't believe we offered a Cooper for Ayuk and picks because we need picks. So
that was crazy that y'all offered that.
Yeah.
PGB says I can see Justin with the okay, PGB. I've caught it. PBG, I caught it. You're a Panthers fan. You gotta be a Panthers fan because you mentioned Bryce Young a lot lately since you joined the chat. And thanks again for joining the chat. I'd like to know who referred you, and thank you for joining the show. You brought us some good comments in these last couple of shows.
And welcome to the chat, man. And the show.
But yeah, obviously with the Steelers, and like Fat said this the other day, like we was talking about it. What's the purpose of? I mean, if it's I'm a LA. Oh, for sure. That's what's up. LA in the home. I always rep for the soil. Always repping for the soil. LA in the building. West Coast.
Bryce from out here, ain't
he? Huh? Yeah, he's from.
Yo, go Lakers. Go Lakers.
He's from Monterey. He's from Pasadena. What's our schedule? We got some time before the show there, Paco. But yeah, Russell Wilson's gonna be the guy. I think they give him about 4 games, and then if they're not, they don't see what they're, or they just pretty much doing like they did last season with Mason Rudolph and Kenny Pickett at quarterback, and just pretty much living off the defense of T.J. Watt and Minka Fitzpatrick and that crew.
I don't think the question is who starts it. I think the question should be which quarterback will be there at the end of the year. Because I don't think both quarterbacks will be there at the end of the year.
I can see that possibly, especially if they don't have a winning record, which is hard to say on a Mike Tomlin. Come on, Dodgers, 0-2, let's get it going. But now we'll see. And obviously, I don't think they're waiting on the Niners on this whole Ayuk deal. But
do you really think it happens? Do you think the deal happens, or do you think he's playing?
I'm reading that the Niners they've showed interest.
Brandon Ayuk not going nowhere. Like Ill Will been saying, shout out to Ill Will. He been saying this from jump. This is the same thing that Debo did. This is the same stunt that Debo pulled when Debo got his trying to get his contract. It's the same thing, y'all. He's not Brandon Ayuk not going nowhere. I'll be shocked if he does.
Me too. Me too. I really believe that. Hey, John, I will say this though.
What's up?
I hate the Steelers. So if you're gonna ask me what my opinion is of them, I'm gonna be honest. They're a killer defense too, though. Their defense, when they're healthy, they're good. They're really good, and that's hard to say.
Shout out Trail. I got to shout out Trail. Our boy Dale, Beer BS Media. He has a Saints podcast. Trail actually on his Saints podcast, so not talking some Saints with him tonight. So shout out to Trail on that. But
shout out to Trail.
What's up, Trail?
Yeah, talking some
I
Saints
showed
with
up to his wrestling thing last night. It was pretty interesting.
Yeah, they're gonna be on.
Who was Trail wrestling?
Yo, you're right.
That's crazy.
Yo, you're right.
Hey, I didn't say that. I said
The Undertaker.
Don't start.
Hey,
no,
matter of fact, we're not talking any SmackDown because I recorded it. I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, same here. I can't say anything. I'll wait till after the show. Sam says I agree. Ayuk ain't leaving the Bay Area, and when you're a Super Bowl contender, no way I'm not buying it. He stays. Debo's gone by next year. I think they're gonna shop Debo next year. By the way, good win for the Dodgers. Let's go back to Mark's Braves. They're out here in the city playing Angels.
They playing 72.
Yeah, 1 o'clock.
Hey, John, it's gonna be me. It's gonna be me and you guys, or Atlanta. We might get that rematch against Atlanta in the World Series. Hey, would you agree on this real quick? Now that I got you on the thing, is Stephen Boyd manager of the year right now? Because look at the team. No one expected us to do that.
I haven't followed much of the American League so far, but y'all been playing well. Y'all been let Fat tell you, y'all been doing y'all thing this year. So obviously, y'all been so
I didn't expect it.
The Dodgers been doing, but y'all been doing y'all thing this year. Y'all been doing.
I can suggest him with the Raiders too.
Definitely, the Raiders definitely gonna have a new quarterback by in 2025. It ain't gonna be. I mean, they gonna have Minshew gonna be here. Minshew gonna
Tom Brady. Does Tom Brady unretire?
No.
I know. I don't know.
And he better not. Don't do that.
All right.
Let's go to the Bengals. Obviously, they was in the Super Bowl 2 years ago. 3 years ago. 2 years ago, they losing the AFC Championship to the Chiefs. Last year, they missed the playoffs. Obviously, Joe Burrow with now an injury. We know Jamar Chase wants his bag as well. They didn't trade T. Higgins. He's playing under the franchise tag, which is crazy.
John,
yo,
Chase is only on $1 million for this season.
Yeah, he's on his rookie deal. And then obviously they traded Joe Mixon to the Texans. I think they drafted a running back, but he's going to be out for the season with a torn pec in the 3rd round.
He tore his titty.
Relax. That's insane. But your people's your people's in Ohio, Paco. The other people's in Ohio. What you expect?
Yeah,
I'm going to tell you. Bengals?
They scary. They scary if they healthy.
Healthy Bengals offense is crazy.
Yeah, I tell you what though, that game against us, man, we had them last year. We took them. I was at the Monday night game, and we swept them. Our defense prevailed, but they didn't have Burrow. So I don't know. If Burrow's healthy, I can't believe I'm going to say this. They're scary, man. I think it's between us and them. That's just my opinion. I get what you say, the Ravens. I still don't trust Lamar Jackson. I don't trust him. He's good. He's great. But something about him, he gets hurt. But I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that narrative either, though, because each year is different. But I think it's between us and the Bengals.
PBG said I think the Rams will be able to beat the 49ers this year. I think the window for the 49ers. I think the 49ers might have one more run in them.
One more.
I think they got one more run in them before I say it's closed. Because eventually they're going to start paying people. They're going to pay Brock. They're going to pay Ayuk. They're going to have to pay some of the defensive players. Like they're going to have to start paying these players. So
they need to hurry up and pay Trent Williams.
Yeah, I don't think Debo stays through the season, you guys. I don't think he stays through the season.
Only reason I'm disagreeing with that is because when you look at 49ers offense with Debo on the field versus with him not on the field, it's a big difference. 49ers offense look a whole lot different when Debo's not there. I don't think they'll trade that during the year.
Right. Okay. That's valid. But yeah, to answer your question.
Yeah, that's just my opinion on that. But anyway, we doing the North though.
The Bengals. The Bengals. Mark, what do you think of the Bengals?
With no disrespect to anybody else in that conference, if the Bengals is healthy, that's the best team in that division.
Might be the best team in the AFC besides the Chiefs.
The Chiefs and Bengals, the Chiefs, the Bengals, should probably is a top two teams in the AFC. If the Bengals is healthy.
What if Deshaun comes out healthy? Where do you put him? I'm talking like lights out, like Clemson.
I'm starting at 4.
Okay.
Top 3 is solidified for me. 4.
Well, yeah, obviously the Bills. Oh, speaking of the Bills, did you see John Elway say, John, he wishes he got Josh Allen back in the day instead of.
I put him on calling out names for saying that dumb stuff too, Paco.
Yeah. Who did you take? No, you took Bradley Chubb. Then traded him.
But I put him on calling out names for saying that stupid stuff. Because number one, you had a choice. You had a choice. You could have said Josh Allen. But no, you basically said that if we get a draft, that there's only 4 players, there's only 3 players I'm not trading the pick for. Sam Darnold, Saquon Barkley, and Bradley Chubb. Saquon went 2 to the Giants. Sam Darnold went 3 to the Jets. Then y'all took Denzel Ward at 4, and then Bradley Chubb was sitting there and they took him. You could have took Josh Allen at 5. You chose not to.
Even when we took Josh Allen, it was a lot of criticism about that pick. So it's easy to look back now and say, oh, I should have picked Josh Allen. But, dog, in that moment, not a lot of teams was looking at Josh Allen. No, I was looking at the quarterback from Wyoming that wasn't.
Right. We were looking at Josh Allen heavy.
Yeah, I were. I do remember that.
But, yeah. And hey, John, your guy, Sean Payton, I know you got your take on that, but why is he coming out saying it's going to be like a college thing, a 3 QB committee? What is that?
He's doing that Parcells crap, which I don't like. There's nothing that Bo Nix can do that's any worse than Zach Wilson and Jarrett Stidham. Period.
Exactly.
I don't want to hear that crap. And Jarrett Stidham's going to get the start. I mean, Bo Nix is going to get the start on Sunday against Green Bay. So we already know what this is. Come on, man, stop it.
Debo is their number 1 receiver. I don't know.
He's more of McCaffrey's the number 1 weapon.
I don't know. Ayuk is the number 1 receiver, but I don't look at Debo as a receiver though. Debo is just like one of them players that can do everything. You know what I'm saying? Like
he's a gadget guy.
Yeah, but he's very important to that offense.
He's that guy.
And I meant to send y'all something. Y'all was wrong as hell too.
About what?
Tight end.
What about Kittle?
Yep.
What about him?
They rank the best tight ends in the. Let me see if I can find it on Twitter. But go ahead, y'all. You just talk.
Yeah, they probably ranked him number 1.
George Kittle is the best tight end in football, man. God damn.
Yeah, it's still Travis Kelce. But
I know y'all like Travis Kelce because y'all think he's a receiver, but for all what a tight end does, George Kittle is the best tight end in football.
I'll still go with Kelce, but look, man, it's all about a style. It's all about style and preferences. To be honest.
Well, no, if you look at what a tight end does, dog, George Kittle does outside of being a receiver.
All right, I'm gonna bring it back to you, Mark. All right, obviously he's not in that category, but where do you got Njoku? Where is he on that?
Best tight end in football?
He's in he's a good tight end. He's not like,
is he in the top 5?
He's like in the top
5.
Top 5? No.
It's Kittle or Kelce, Mark Andrews.
That
dude's always hurt though, John.
Mark Andrews,
but he's good, man.
Yeah.
I know they say he just got in an accident the other day, but he said he's fine. But he's good though. He's good though, Paco. He's a good player.
Yeah, I like him. I hate him when he was with the Jets. I like him when he with y'all now.
Oh, you talking about Gesicki?
Hey, what about the guy that's
he's
going to
good.
retire
Oh,
but not retire? What about the guy that he's got to be better than old dude that came from Oakland or LA? Too bad Nick's not here.
Who?
The guy that's with the Giants.
Oh, he retired.
Darren Waller.
Darren Waller.
No, he said he might come back though. He's contemplating.
PBGC Kittle was an all around tight end, and PBG that's the thing is he is though what everything a tight end do. George Kittle is the best tight end in football.
George Kittle is a beast, John.
No, I'm not knocking.
Just imagine if he stayed healthy.
I'm not going to argue someone says they're number one. I personally think
he stayed healthy.
But if you, I'm not going to say if you want to have a number one, that's not. I'm not going to say you're 100% wrong. I just think
I feel that.
it's like, but it's all like I said, it's like styles make fights. But if you love a guy like George Kittle, who's a more of a blocking tight end and a receiving tight end, then you'll say he's best. But if you, like with Kelsey, and they're just two different players, but they're both legit Hall of Famers.
And I'll be honest with you, I don't think I do think that if you pick George Kittle in that Kansas City offense, George Kittle can do the same thing.
Oh, it definitely can. He's talented. Dude went in the 5th round.
Yep. Mark, I gotta go with Ohio. So I gotta go with Kelsey right now, but Kittle's up there for me. He's my top.
I'm not mad at that. Yeah. I've been having this argument with a lot of people because most people do think that Kelsey is the best tight end in football, and I'm not mad at that because Kelsey is a baller. But I do think that my person, I've been saying this from jump. I've been thinking that George Kittle is the best tight end in football. I believe Kyle Pitts is gonna. I think Kyle Pitts is too. Now they got another offensive coordinator over there.
Kyle Pitts should be balling. That's another reason why everyone's talking about Arthur Smith. He couldn't find an offense with Kyle Pitts, Drake London, and Bijan Robinson. And I get it. You don't have a quarterback, man, but come on, man. I mean, you put me Mark or Paco, well, put you're more quarterback out there, and you guarantee you can get you have some success to having them 3 weapons out there. Come on, man. And then let's go to the division champs, Paco, the Ravens.
All right.
Obviously, then Lamar's second MVP, and they get to the AFC Championship, but they lose to Mahomes. Mr. Worst breakup song of all time.
What you got
today? It was about Dak and then Lamar. Who has more expectations? Which quarterback has the higher need? I'm trying to say. Which quarterback is there more expectations for? Should be for as far as
higher expectation?
Yeah, Dak or Lamar.
Lamar.
I agree.
Lamar. Most of
that. Kyle Pitts gonna be a cheat code this year. I agree. I'm about to trade. Never mind. I'm about to turn on Madden.
As long as Kirk Cousins gets.
I honestly, I think it's Lamar, John. Let's go.
Agree. So what you make? So obviously, Lamar got the MVP and they lose again, and he had another subpar showing in the playoffs. But obviously, that's also a deal with the fact that March boy Tom Monken forgot to run the ball. What's next? The only thing left for Lamar is to do is get to the Super Bowl.
It's gonna be hard.
It's gonna be hard. They got the toughest schedule this year, I think. I thought I saw their schedule. I don't have it on me to do it. I'm not gonna mess with the phone because I'm actually using the phone to stream.
Right. But
I think the Ravens have a chance to win it all this year.
Who said that?
Again, this might be. I think this is Baltimore's last year of being that window being open.
Oh, trust his instincts and win. Okay, well, I don't disagree with you, PBG, but their O-line is not as good as it used to be. He needs protection.
Let me ask you this: obviously Lamar can be Superman, and they obviously now they got Derrick Henry.
That's going to help him this year.
Zay Flowers in year 2.
He's going to be a baller.
Year 2.
He's a baller.
But they don't have the O-line, guys. They don't have that O-line like they used to.
What is holding them back? You think
Lamar?
You think Lamar?
Yep.
I'm going to say Lamar and the O-line.
Okay.
You know, we have these conversations, John, and I tell you, when you see teams lose and they put it on the quarterback, or teams win they put it on the quarterback, I separate it. I see if a team win or lose, and I watch how the quarterback plays. Right. I think it's too many times in the playoffs that we've seen Lamar Jackson be the reason why the Ravens lose. It's not like a game where you'll see the Ravens lost and Lamar went out there and killed.
Right.
There's a lot of times where the reason why they lost is because of Lamar. So I think he has to turn that corner in the playoffs. I don't care about him in the regular season. He has to turn that corner in the playoffs.
He's the first half player. If you look at everything, he doesn't come in the clutch in the later season. In the later of the season, he doesn't. Weeks 12, 11, 13, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. He doesn't produce like he does at the beginning of the season. You know how I know? I don't do fantasy anymore, but I know because I've drafted this guy every year and I've seen it.
We got 2 weeks right now.
Yeah, 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
The difference between Lamar and Patrick is Patrick accepts his gifts. When he plays, Lamar listens to people. I think there's more difference in that, but the pretty much just what you're saying, I agree with. Like,
yeah, that's valid.
I think Lamar tries to prove
that he's a passer.
He's a quarterback. Yeah, instead of just going out and being the baller that he is.
Right.
But I just think that Patrick Mahomes is a better natural quarterback than Lamar Jackson.
It seems like we're running into the Jordan era with football now.
Wait a minute. Excuse me?
It was like we're saying that this is like Mahomes is running into the Jordan era.
Oh, Mahomes.
With Mahomes, and like Lamar is pretty much now Barkley or Karl Malone or GP and Sean Kemp. Obviously, Clyde Drexler, teams who pretty much stood in the way. And obviously, this would be more like the Knicks or like obviously the Pistons at the end of the road because they're in the same conference. But I think eventually they're going to.
I don't think that Patrick Mahomes stand in the way of Lamar. They beat the Ravens last year, right?
What, you mean the regular season?
No, in the playoffs.
No, last season was Chiefs with the Ravens in the AFC Championship.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think it's Mahomes that's standing in front of Lamar every year. Like, I think Patrick standing in the home of Josh Allen, and Patrick standing in the way of Josh Allen. I don't think of Lamar Jackson. Like, they play each other more. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't think Lamar gets to Patrick Mahomes enough to put that on there.
Okay. It's gonna be interesting to see how this plays out with this division, but I do think the AFC North. Some people were saying it was the toughest conference.
The AFC North.
I saw a couple comments that Lamar should have ran against the Chiefs. He just tried to prove a point, and that was the wrong idea. And Tom Munkin got a note. And when we gonna put some smoke towards John Harbaugh?
There's somebody on our show who does and has been for the past year and a half.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Nick been going that Harbaugh for the last year and a half about his coaching.
Yeah, where are he at tonight?
He's on assignment. He'll be back on Tuesday.
Okay.
So
shout out to Nick. You heard?
Yeah. So Nick will be back on Tuesday.
And happy birthday to Ben.
And happy birthday.
Yo, happy birthday, Ben.
To be ready, but it's not.
Hey, we didn't have to go to I forgot the name of it.
What? Oh no, we don't get to call on that. Oh, you say his name and he appears. You say his name and he appears.
And you asked about Nick Paco, there he is.
Is he? What?
Yo,
what up, Nick?
Yo,
what up, Nick? What up, gang?
Nick, what up? What up? Oh, Nick, I got to hit you up too.
Whatever, Nick. Nick is in there coming here just trying to.
Excuse me.
He just wanted to arrive in the chat and just set the whole world on fire.
He said, "Fuck the Queens."
Wait, did he just say something about the Sparks?
No, he's talking about the Chargers.
He's the Spark
He called
Plugs.
the Chargers the spark plugs. So Paco, rank the AFC North. Who wins? How does the division finish 1 through 4?
Oh man, you guys are gonna be shocked at this.
Go ahead,
Sam. Okay.
I'm gonna say Cincinnati, us two. Baltimore, Steelers. But if they get it together with Russell or Justin, I'll put them 3. The only reason I'm saying us, I don't know about Deshaun Watson, you guys, because the thing is Deshaun Watson is guaranteed money. He could just choose, hey, I don't want to play. And he's guaranteed this money to 27. Not to say he's that type of guy, but I don't know. The jury's out on him. I want to see a fully healthy. He's fully healthy. We're winning the division.
How y'all feel about the Jets? Welcome.
Mark's a Bears fan. He ain't got nothing nice to say about the Jets. PVG. He ain't never say nothing nice about the Jets. And how do you feel about the Jets? They stink.
No, they defense again. If we talking about staying healthy, if they defense stay healthy, they always gonna have a solid defense, dog. It's just the question mark is with
What about Goofy Rogers? You guys see he talking on podcasts about, I don't want to get you guys shut off, but he's talking about doing stuff he shouldn't be doing with Kay Adams.
You know,
like,
well,
he was on Kay Adams. He's not doing stuff with Kay Adams.
Aaron Rodgers was smashing Kay Adams?
No. He was on her podcast.
Okay,
talking about smoking something.
That was crazy. But Aaron Rodgers, look, they gave him the keys to the franchise, so he got to try to get them to the whatever. They won a Super Bowl in what, 50, almost 60 plus years. I mean, they're not going to win it again. I mean, he just helping them be relevant. So,
right.
I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, me personally,
John.
I actually know Nathaniel Hackett because everyone knows how I feel about him personally. As a Broncos fan, Nathaniel Hackett shouldn't even be qualified to coach. But I'm gonna leave that alone.
I'm gonna tell you straight up though. I do think
Nick,
the Browns could win. I do think the Browns could win. I don't want to say that, but even if we finish second, I think we're strong enough that we could still get into playoffs if we finish second in our division. I really don't think there's any other team out there that I'm worried about in our division, but the Bengals is what I'm trying to say.
PVG said, I think that they're just average, but the Jets have potential. And obviously, everyone thinks they're somehow going to end up with Devontae Adams, but I believe it when I see it. But that's
where we at next?
We're going to about to get calling out names. But Paco, I'm going to give you, before we get to calling out names, I'll give you a final word, what you want to tell your squad as they go into this upcoming season.
Just play big, play strong, stay healthy. Just play like Cleveland Browns. The stadium's packed. The stadium's packed every year. We sell out every season, even when we're in losing seasons, and we haven't been in losing seasons. And the sky's up. Let's go. Let's win it, and let's not get a new stadium.
I 100% agree.
Hey, Nick, are you sipping on something, man? Be over here.
Nick just being Nick. Nick just being Nick. Nick just being Nick. You already know what that is, Paco. All right, let's get to I'm gonna get to calling out names. Final segment of the show. So our boy knows favorite segment. Shout out to Too Much Game. It's often imitated. It's never duplicated. Some people say stuff in the media that we have to agree with and disagree with. Sometimes you need to be called out for it. And now it's time for calling out names. So I called out the other day, Mark. I called out the IOC, called out NCAA for putting a 4-year show cause on Jim Harbaugh. I didn't call out this person, but I hate to do it, man, but I got to call out Deion. So Deion said there's a story about the culture in Colorado that players have been doing a lot of illegal activity, bringing in guns and gambling in the locker room. And then there was a CBS Sports report that said that Deion was the second worst coach in the Big 12. So now Deion doesn't want to talk to nobody from CBS, even the local media. And then I got to go to Warren Sapp, his new defensive line coach. He had to be for what he said. So Warren Sapp is now defensive line coach for Colorado. And he was talking about some of the players. You know, he's still getting used to some of the players, so he doesn't know their names. But he made this quote where he basically said,
how long he been a coach?
He's just been a coach this year. Probably like the last 6 months, probably.
You don't know the names?
This way he was acting. That's so way he was acting. But
he had some of that orange for Jordan.
Crazy.
Oh, that juice. He basically said, it's like we got rounds of bullets to send at you. You rather get shot with a 39 or get shot with a 9mm.
What?
A 38 or a 9mm.
Mm-hmm.
Warren Sapp, I get what you're trying to say. You're doing the thing where you want to be where coaches use all these cliches to talk about how good their players are, how violent they can be. You're in the state of Colorado. Have you ever heard of a situation called about a school called Columbine? You can't be out there just throwing out gun metaphors for football or just life, period.
Right.
Be better. And Prime, I want to say it's the Prime. Stop being so sensitive, man.
He got 1 more year to go. Don't worry about it.
I mean, so sensitive. I know you're going to and this whole theory that Shadour's going to end up with the Cowboys and maybe Deion goes coach. Deion ain't coaching in the NFL, dog. And let that be. He's not coaching in the NFL.
Shout out to the best quarterback.
Not at all.
Carson Beck. You know what I'm talking about?
Although some people say it was Jalen. Some people say it was Shador or Jalen Milroe. But I'm not calling no names. Mark, you got anybody?
Y'all.
Who's y'all?
You and Nick and Trill. Y'all, for doing that show Wednesday.
Oh, man.
Y'all let somebody come on here and disrespect number 23 on the beats.
Oh, my God. Here we go.
You know what I'm saying?
Here we go.
Y'all can't let people come up here and talk about quick like that.
Oh, man. Come on, man.
Y'all
gotta be kidding me right now.
Y'all gotta have some pushback or something. You know
man. I think they have some pushback, but Fat was gonna say, you ain't gonna change the facts, man.
Man, you gotta tell me much. Have some pushback. Tell Fat, fuck you. Get off my lawn. That's what I do. That's what I'm doing.
Oh, that's crazy.
I got one.
All right, go, Paco.
All right. I don't know, John, if you saw this last night. Suns, social media.
Mm-hmm.
Last night posted a picture of the Lakers, picture of the Cowboys, a picture of the Yankees. What were they trying to do? Why are they trying to come for us? They don't even have a championship. They're not even in our sentence. I don't know who the social media guy was. Must have been drunk or something. Did you see it, John? No,
but I'm gonna tell you what they do. When these schedule releases come out, they try to do something to get attention. That's all it is. The NFL, they do it all the time. This is like Christmas for social media teams, because they know all eyes are gonna be on their. They're gonna get a lot of traffic coming their way, so they need to do something to keep the conversation going. So I don't know what
keep us out of it.
Basically, you said the Cowboys, the Lakers, and the Yankees.
The biggest,
the three biggest brands of sports. Oh,
the biggest brands of sports.
Something the Suns will never be. Something the Suns will never be.
Right.
And if y'all don't be quiet, Kevin Durant gonna end up in Minnesota with Anthony Edwards. What? I'm sorry. Y'all say that?
Hey, speaking of that, could you imagine him on a yacht right now, or yesterday when it dropped with LeBron just hanging out with his family and sipping some wine or some Lobos. Shout out to Lobos. And just being like, man, did you see what this guy did? Yep, I'm out of here.
I just saw a post today. I think John, you posted it there, or Kenzie. It said in 2 years, don't be surprised if you see 3 old stragglers on the Las Vegas basketball expansion team.
Man, if that happened.
Is LeBron trying to buy a team with
Not
these
trying
guys?
to. He
He
will.
wants to be the owner of the team that's in Vegas.
He will, and he did the NBA a favor with Pitt on the show with the first in-season tournament last year.
Yeah,
He did the NBA a favor, so the NBA will do him a favor once it's time to buy.
but who goes in with him, or can he do it on his own?
No, he got the partners.
Yeah, everything's already in place.
He got the group.
Okay.
The money ain't gonna be an issue.
Oh, and another calling out names is Laker fans thinking we're gonna get Steph Curry. Fake Laker fans. We ain't getting Curry.
Paco. Don't listen to that crap. People just. People are just out here just saying whatever. Don't feed into the hype.
That's it though.
And that's going on there. All right, Paco, man, appreciate you for joining us tonight on these AFC North two-a-days, talking about the Browns and the rest of the AFC North. Tell them where they can follow you on social media, brother.
All right, you can follow me on Twitter at PACO SOIT. On Twitter, on Instagram, Boricua Paco. On that's it.
All right. Shout out to Paco. All right.
Hey, and everyone, just so you know, make sure you buy their merch. Make sure you buy their merch.
Tell them about it. Tell them. Y'all see it.
Tap in, buy their merch.
The new Sports4U logo gear is out. Make sure you DM us at Sports4U Podcast. Mm-hmm. We got hoodies and shirts, gray, black, you name it. And you let us know the size. What the size? We'll let you know the prices. And DM us about shipping and all types of information at Sports4U Podcast on X and on Instagram for any questions. Trell, what up with it? Can
I say one more thing, John? Can I say one more thing?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna be hosting next Saturday at 11:30. Tribute to Kobe. Just come on my spaces, and we're just gonna talk about Kobe Bryant. Nothing else. Just gonna remember the greatest player in history, Mark.
And what history? Salute.
Oh Lord.
I'm not here to argue with that. No, I don't argue that no more, Paco. I don't argue that no more, dog. Somebody tell me Kobe to go, I let it be. Somebody tell me Jordan to go, I let it be. If somebody say LeBron to go, I let it be, dog. Everybody got their opinion, you know what I'm saying?
Right. It's different eras too.
I'll be there listening to you at 11:30, dog.
I'll be checking it out for sure.
For sure, man. For sure. And then you know what next Friday is too, though.
It's Kobe's birthday. We'll be on the air. We'll be on the air for Kobe's. We'll be on the air celebrating Mamba.
I'll tune in to you guys. I'll be there 100%.
Every year.
I got to start tuning in more with my brothers.
Appreciate you. But before you go, so again, get your new Sports4U merch. The logo hoodies. We still got the logo hoodies and t-shirts at Sports4U Podcast on Instagram and on Twitter if you want it for any questions about the merchandise and then the prices and everything. We'll be back on Tuesday, kicking off the NFC South. Trail's gonna be here. Our boy Dale's gonna be here. Champ gonna be here. We're gonna talk some NFC South. We're gonna talk some Saints. Talk some Falcons. Talk some Buccaneers.
Panthers.
Talk some Panthers.
We gotta call James.
See what I have for James. See how he's doing. So you can join us. And then we'll talk AFC South also next week. Talk some AFC South. Boy Sheets gonna come on and talk about the Colts. I think I'm working on somebody for the Jags. And then the following week we're gonna talk the West, and that's the Sports4U fantasy football draft. Also
next week,
2 weeks.
In 2 weeks.
2 weeks. In 2 weeks. But yeah, make sure if you're new to the channel, subscribe to Sports4U Podcast on YouTube. You can like us on Facebook at Sports4U Podcast.
Bella said Falcons got some good D. That's crazy.
Oh, that's wild.
Whoa, Bella.
Like us on Facebook at Sports4U Podcast. Follow us on X and Instagram at Sports4U Podcast. Follow me at John Watson 0984 on X and Instagram. Follow Mark on Instagram at Hi on Mark. And yo, Trell, what the heck did you just say?
Did he say that for real?
Oh shit.
No, man. I can see him and Chamberlain talking a lot of trash.
Fuck nuts is crazy.
No, he called him the Falcon. Eric called him the Falcons.
Oh,
Wait, what? What?
all right.
Am I reading that right?
Yes, you are, Paco.
Trip.
Um,
Shout out to True though.
yeah, at marq on Instagram and marq1 on Twitter. Follow Nick on Twitter, Instagram, and 99gorilla. And you heard where you can follow Paco as well. We'll be back on Tuesday talking NFC South, AFC South, and enjoy the weekend. Enjoy some of this preseason football. Enjoy baseball, and be safe. Enjoy the summer. Summer's almost coming to an end, and we'll see y'all next week. This has been another episode of Sports4U. I'm John. That's Mark. That's Paco, and we'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Yes, sir.